Hi, I'm Rachel and I'm here for my second attempt at the Small BookTuber Tag. I didn't really like how my first attempt at this went. I think I was a little off, but I went ahead and thought more closely about these questions, and I'm ready to go again, hopefully to make something more compelling. I was tagged by Earnestly Eston, and I believe, let me look at my notes here, that the tag was originally created by Die Kitty Reads, so I will link their videos down below. So the first prompt is to introduce yourself. Hello, I'm Rachel Morrow. I am a small booktuber. I used to refer to myself under the playful name Small Fry BookTuber, but I'm very happy with my lot here on BookTube. I've had such great discussions with people, and on my channel and on theirs, so, small booktuber is certainly not a diminutive phrase. When I started this channel, I sort of picked this spot in my room for aesthetic reasons because my cat Leia would sometimes lounge on the bed, or at least I tried to film while she was lounging on the bed to give something pleasing behind me as I rambled on and on. This was especially a good draw when I was filming on my webcam and the film quality was not so great. Unfortunately, my cat did die a couple of months ago after a sudden illness, and I have been teetering on the edge of when I'm going to go to the Humane Society and get a new cat. I mean, hopefully a cat who will also be in my bookish videos, but in general, more broadly, to have companionship again and to move on with life again. But I don't know, this emotional journey is taking a little longer than I thought, and I guess there's also the physical component of just going out and doing it. And to end with this question, I live and work in the Washington, D.C. area, and I live in the Maryland suburbs of the Washington, D.C. area. Question 2 is, how long have you been on BookTube? That is a strange composite issue. I mean, I think like a lot of people, I found BookTube sort of by accident, and for a little while I just watched videos and kind of got involved and obsessed that way. And then in July of 2015 I decided to make the plunge of moving some of my NaNoWriMo videos from another server onto YouTube. And then a couple months later I started making videos, but my videos were very sparse, and I primarily was just interested in having them be supplementary material on my literary newsletters. It's something that I put on my reading and writing blog every month, where I provide excerpts of my Goodreads reviews for the books I read that month, and I also have a book pick spotlight, and I put in the TBR books that I added and any bookish news that's of interest to me, and I have a meme as well. I have a lot of fun with this. And then finally, in January or February of last year, I decided to take the plunge further and to try to get more involved in the community, and that's when I started making videos that were more like Friday reads and book hauls, and I started interacting more with other booktubers, and I grew slowly from there. So that leads into question 3. What types of videos do you make on your channel? Well, right now I am pretty scheduled. I try to do a weekly am reading video, which also helps me keep my reading up, although sometimes that can be stressful to keep on moving with that. I do monthly book hauls. I try every month to do some sort of video on, at least one video on a sort of theme. Like starting in March, I'm going to make videos based off of the Sammy Rohr Prize for Emerging Jewish Authors. I did all of their fiction years in the last couple of years, and now I'm going to start their nonfiction books, and I'll pick 3 books per each year the prize was given, and then I'll read them, and I'll summarize them and give my thoughts, and that'll be sort of a special video per month. And I'll also do and have done some short story spotlights and some literary magazine spotlights, and I'm doing a Meg Wolitzer backlist reading project where I have only, I have one more video left to make in that. I made 2 in the last 2 years. And I'm hoping to do something fun for Sci-Fi September, where I talk about some sci-fi reading for that month. And I will think of other videos as the year goes on as well. Finally, I also do some videos in honor of AuthorTube to propel my writing life. The big staple I do there is every month I do a video for J.D. Archer's Author Answer series where I answer a question about writing and reading that he posed with his writing group. And I also, every 3 months, do a quarterly wrap-up where I hold myself accountable, as it were, to my quarterly goals and make new ones. And I usually have Game of Thrones Septa Unella come to shame me for not making it all the way. Question 4 is, what do you love about BookTube? I do think my favorite thing still about BookTube is the videos. I just, and I really like the formulaic videos. I like the, oh, it's the monthly wrap-ups or the weekly readings, and it's just so exciting to see what types of videos compel people to pick up books and what they get out of them. I just still find all of that stuff really exciting. But of course, especially as my own channel grows bit by bit, I am loving the community aspect. I love receiving comments and responding to them and finding things to comment on with other people's channels and getting to know people better through their channels and also now in person. I've had one BookTube meetup in person and I'm certainly hoping to do more of those in the future. Question 5 is, what is your favorite video that you've made? I feel like by default my favorite videos that I made are my NaNoWriMo videos that I did last November. I've done NaNoWriMo videos actually for several years, but I put a lot of effort into it in November. I vlogged every day. I did a little clip of myself talking about my writing, and I, would film something happening in my day, and every week I would compile all of that footage and put in, a lot of overlaid text and music and so forth. So it was a big production, and I think I did pretty well with it. I'm very happy with that result. They're long videos, but they're labors of love, and they certainly give a lot of the nano experience, or at least my nano experience. But to focus on some shorter videos and more BookTube related videos, I do some discussion videos sometimes, although I guess I feel like I have a strange reaction to discussion videos. I feel like I get all rambly and weird with them, but I think I get better with each discussion video that I do, and I'm particularly fond of the last one I did a couple of weeks ago, where I talk about how my experience with writing workshops influenced my critical reading. And I also did a review for just one book where I was able to go into it in more depth. It was All the Rivers by Dorit Rabinyan and translated by Jessica Cohen. It was a controversial book in Israel, and I hope I did it justice. I think I did. And the final question is to tag 4 small booktubers. So I went through my subscriptions and I picked 4 people that fit the bill of having under 1,000 subscribers, and it looks like they haven't done this tag. They are Nashua Reads, Laura Frey, Desiree's Bookish Thoughts, and Amber V. So I will link all your channels down below, so even if you don't see this, people will see your channels. So, small booktubers helping out each other. So that about covers it for me. I am looking at a battery that is very quickly dying, and I want to get this uploaded quickly anyway. I made a very long video in my last video, so it'll be nice to have a short and sweet one this time around. Thank you again to Will at Earnestly Eston for tagging me, and thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.